Hi Power and Grace Rec students, it's Miss Alexa. Today we're going to be working on another vault and strength skill. So today we're going to be working on shoulder taps. We're going to be working on them against the wall in a handstand position. So I'm going to show you how to work up to the strength for these skills and showing you what the technique is for a proper shoulder tap. Alright guys, before we start working on anything, we want to make sure we have parents' permission and parent supervision to make sure we're doing this skill safely. So make sure you have enough room to do this skill and your parents say it's okay to practice the skill. Then you want to warm up and stretch so that you don't pull any muscles. So you want to do some cardio like running around, high knees, jumping jacks, whatever you need to do. And then our basic stretch from class, so a butterfly stretch, pike stretch, straddle stretch, our lunges, our splits. And then it's really, really important for us to stretch out our wrists and shoulders a lot. So make sure we're rocking our wrists, roll your wrists around, do your kitty cat stretch, pull your shoulders across so that your shoulders and your wrists are really mobile and you don't injure them while doing a bunch of handstands. Alright, I know this is an odd picture, but I'm just here to show you the body tightness and the shape we have to be in to be able to do this skill. So for a nice handstand, we want to make sure we can squeeze our body nice and tight. Our legs are squeezed together, our tummy is squeezed, our booty is squeezed, our shoulders are pressing, and we're in a nice long straight position so that we have a nice tight body position that's able to shift wrist to wrist to do our shoulder taps. Alright, so now we're going to work on our handstand. So just a basic handstand, we start in a lunge with our front leg bent and our back leg straight. We start to lever in and hit our T position, and then we lever all the way down, kick up to our handstand, and try to hit a vertical position in our handstand with a straight body, straight arms, straight legs. And then we lever back out down into our lunge. So we've got that strong handstand. This is where it's really important that we ask our parents' permission. We're going to try handstand against the wall. So you want to really make sure you're kicking up slowly for this so you don't kick your ball really hard or knock into it or hit your head. But once you kick up to the wall, I just want you to hold a nice handstand, squeezing your body straight and tight as possible before we work on shifting our weight for the shoulder taps. Alright, so now we're going to kick up to our handstand on the wall again, but we're going to start working on shifting our weight to one side of our body. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing from my one arm to make the center of gravity of my body be all over one arm. So instead of having my weight evenly distributed between the two arms, I push my one arm and put all of my weight over one of my arms so that my other hand could come free if possible. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think you can see it. When I shift my shoulders, my whole body moves and it ends up over one side of my body. So I want you guys to make sure you're practicing that on both sides. I only showed it on one side because I was pretty close to a picture frame, but make sure you can do it on both sides because we're going to be shoulder tapping on both sides. Okay, guys, now we have to combine the weight shift with the shoulder tap. So as you can see, I shift my weight to one side and then I lift my arm and tap that shoulder. So the side that I shift my weight onto, the opposite arm lifts and taps that shoulder. And then I bring it back and I try to do my other side. I showed you this clip because my legs are separate a little bit, which makes it easier to balance you out. You might want to start that way, but we work up to squeezing our legs together. All right, now here's just me showing you the weight shift with the shoulder tap with my legs squeezing together. It's a bit better of a show of how to do a shoulder tap. Alright, now just like I say in all my other videos, all there's left to do is practice, practice, practice. It takes a lot of work to get skills like these. It takes a lot of strength out of us, and it's a difficult skill to get. So you really need to focus on using these progressions that I've given you to work up to doing our shoulder taps instead of just jumping right into them. And once you work through them and you practice them a lot, I know that you guys will be able to get this skill.